Hey everyone, my name is Sandor Vezer. I'm the owner of Giovanotto and the translator of this amazing book called Papà, Basten and Other Superheroes. I'm on the Growing Up Italian podcast, and I'm really excited.
What's going on, everybody? It's Calcio, the Growing Up Italian podcast. And today I have a very special guest, translator Sandor Vezer from Giovanotto.
Yes.
What's going on, my guy?
How's it going? Everything's okay.
This is a long time coming, man. We've been talking about doing this podcast for a minute. I'm glad we're finally here. I'm very excited. Papà, Basten and Other Superheroes, a classic Italian book.
Yes.
That you decided to translate.
Mm-hmm.
How does one even go about translating a book? It seems like a dream, like something that people only wish they could do.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not easy. First of all, you have to learn the language, which I did every Saturday during high school. I'd wake up and I'd go to Italian school.
Bro, you speak Italian better than me. I thought you were full blown Italian, and you look more Italian than me with the hair and everything.
Yeah, well, I was born in Canada, in Toronto, Canada, and my mom is from Basilicata, from Italy. She came here when she was really young. My father is Hungarian. That's where my name comes from. Sandor would be Sandro in Italian. I really like the European culture. I speak Italian. I studied it for many years. I lived in Milan for a few months. It's when I went to my first Milan game. I'm a Milanista, everyone.
Yeah. I'm an Inter fan, but
it's okay.
I respect your passion for football.
You're my step.
What was that?
You're my step cousin.
Exactly. Io non ho cugini.
Exactly.
So you actually, how many years did you study Italian?
I studied Italian for 3 years. I would go pretty much every other year. I have family over there in Milan and down south in Basilicata. And I always really loved it. I love the food. I love the coffee. Everything about Italian culture, especially Calcio. I don't know, Italians have this way of romanticizing everything, and Calcio is included in that. And that's what it's all about. It's very nostalgic, this book, and everything that I think about when I started Giovanotto. Giovanotto means youth in Italian, and I remember.
We always say, "We're Giovanotto."
Exactly.
Giovanotto translated means like, it doesn't mean like a
young man.
Oh, you mean young man? I thought it meant like someone in the army, like a soldier or something. You know what I mean?
It could be. I don't know. I always knew it as young man. I say youth because it's 2021 and I don't want to be gender specific. So
you're a smart guy, man. This is why you're in the book business.
Exactly. So yeah, I studied Italian for 3 years. I lived there. I was working at a banquet hall as a waiter. And that's when I went to my first Milan game. It was Milan Juve, the last game of the season. Ronaldinho scored 2 goals. It was
Ronaldinho. So you really became a Milan fan like during the Angelotti days, where
the first time I went to Italy, I was 5 years old, and my cousin, much like Edoardo Maturo, the author of this book, he grew up during the Van Basten era. So I was 5 years old. I didn't even know what soccer was coming from Canada. I got off the plane, landed in Milan, and then boom, all these scarves, all these flags, Milan jerseys, Milan this, Milan that, and then I really had no choice. So, but then I started watching during the Ancelotti days.
Those times when Ronaldinho was in Milan was the golden era of Calcio, because I feel like Italy had the best players in the world. We had Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, like all these crazy, like Del Piero, Totti, all these, the golden era, Vieri. Now it's like, a lot of players who plays in England, who plays in Spain, who plays in France.
Exactly.
So Milan, I mean, their dominance those days was crazy. I could have very easily became a Milan fan because of how good they were, especially in Champions League. The reason why I became an Inter fan was because my nono was an Inter fan, and I never met him, but my nono was like, your nono was an Inter fan. So, it could have very easily been Milan. And I understand why a lot of Milan fans are Milan fans, especially kids like our age that grew up in that era when they were so dominant. I also understand why people are Juve fans and Inter fans. I kind of get why people, become fans.
Mm-hmm.
But tell us a little bit about like the process, because I want everybody that's listening to this podcast to understand you're not the author of this book. You took it upon yourself to get it translated, which I admire, especially everything we do in growing up Italian, like trying to preserve culture. Here you are, you love a book and you get it done, get it translated so that, any Milan fan that reads in English can enjoy this book.
Exactly. So
how
it all started a few years ago. I actually went to Valencia, Spain, and I studied a master's in translation there. I speak Spanish as well. And after that, I remember the professor saying, if you want a job, good luck as a translator. You're gonna be wearing pajamas all day, this, that, if you find the job. In any case, I came back to Canada and I started another business. And then I started this business because a few years ago I found Papà van Basten and Altri Supereroi. This is the first edition of the book. I found it on Instagram.
Does it have the same like characters? Because I was looking like because you let's talk a little bit about the book. This book, what I really like about it, and like I said to everybody in here, you don't got to be a Milan fan to enjoy this book, because I skimmed through like the players that I like I saw Ronaldinho, saw Ibrahimovic. Like you kind of say a story, like the author Edoardo says a story about each player. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
scoring this goal at this game. So I feel like someone that is a Milan fan, this is a must-have, because it kind of explains why you are a Milan fan. Like, talking calcio, talking football with people in the bar, and we start talking about Milan, and I go, "Oh, you remember Kaká, Pirlo? You remember when we had Ibrahimovic? You remember when we had Bonucci for a year and then sold them back?" Like, you need to know certain things when you're a Milan fan. So tell us a little bit about like what you could expect in the stories here of, each different section that you put.
Yeah, so I mean, the great thing about this book is that it's not just a biography of Milan. It's it's a story about a Milan fan who becomes a father during a time, unfortunately, when Milan is not playing too well. So it's kind of hard for people to become a Milan fan. Think of Inzaghi as the coach 2013, 2014. It was a little bit difficult. So what he does to ensure that his child becomes a Milan fan is he tells him bedtime stories of his favorite superheroes. Okay, he shows him old games, things like that, instead of showing him current Milan games. And the great thing about it is that it's not a biography. It's a father telling his son, a young child, a toddler basically, about his favorite superheroes: Inzaghi, George Weah, Savicevic, Shevchenko, Maldini, Baresi, all these guys. And it's really funny because there are a lot of, it's a conversation between a father and a young child. So there are a lot of miscommunications and misunderstandings in the book. And then Giovanotto, you remember your youth. So that's what this is all about. It's very nostalgic. You're remembering all these players. I didn't grow up watching Van Basten. I've only seen him on YouTube.
Same here. There's a beauty about YouTube too, man.
I'm getting goosebumps thinking about Kaká and Shevchenko. Those guys were my heroes back then. So yeah, it's really good. And it's not even if you're not a Milan fan, you can, like you said, Sabino, you can appreciate these players, right? You wish they played on Inter. You wish they played on your team.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely, man. Like, man, Gattuso, Pirlo, Dida, like that team, Cafu, Maldini, Nesta, bro. I'm an Inter fan, and I know that team. That team
yeah, exactly.
was pure dominance. And like you're talking about YouTube, man. You go on YouTube and you look up Liverpool versus AC Milan Champions League. Like, there's some great games that are on YouTube, and it kind of brings me to this subject that I kind of want to bring to you. Like, what's the biggest difference between football then and now? Like, do you think, we always argue like who's better, Ronaldinho or Messi, or Messi or Maradona? Like, we kind of always like compare Calcio players then and now.
Mhm.
What's the biggest difference you see in the game from then and now, besides them making 10 times the amount of money?
Yeah, I was gonna say the money and social media. In terms of play, it's definitely much faster now. It's definitely evolved a lot. The play, it's faster, it's more fluid, let's say. But again, Giovanotto, you remember those times? You're nostalgic about them. I remember waking up on Sunday mornings and my mom was cooking sauce and I was watching a game on the TV. Like, it's just, it brings you back good memories. And that's why I love this book so much, because it brings back so many good memories. And, when I have a kid, no choice, he's a Milan fan. And I'll definitely apply some of these.
You have to start young too. You have to start young, because
Exactly.
if you wait till they get to school, it's like a 50-50 chance,
Well, I have two nieces, and when they both turned 1, I got them Milan jerseys with the number 1 on the back, their name, and they just wear it. They love to wear the jersey. I don't know if it feels nice or they like the
You
color.
gotta start them young. But talk a little bit about social media with these cultural players then and now. How many followers would Ronaldinho have if he was playing now? Because, bro, that guy was the most special player I've seen. I mean, he could do anything with the ball at his feet. I remember playing like FIFA back then with him, because just to do tricks and stuff, like how good he was.
Yeah.
Like, could you just imagine how many followers he would have if he was playing now? Like, after seeing
Probably a lot.
some of the moves he did?
Maybe if you had Ronaldo's, Cristiano Ronaldo's social media team, maybe you'd have as many as Ronaldo.
I think he would have more, man, because Ronaldo's a great player, but Ronaldinho's was just a highlight reel. Like I said, he could do free kicks, he could score goals, assist, dribble. Like, he was absolutely amazing, like walking highlight reel. Which brings me to this: like, everybody that's listening to this, in the book, like, every story has the title, the nickname, and then the character. Was this you, or was this an original too? Like, because this is Ronaldinho right here. Like, you could see that's Ronaldinho, and it's cool because
that picture is of Gattuso. And it's just at the beginning of every chapter. That's Gattuso, yeah, Ringio, Gennaro Ringio Gattuso.
But it says Ronaldinho here. Is there Ronaldinho?
That's just it's an excerpt.
It looks like Ronaldinho too, because of the hair in the back.
Yeah, it's something that is just to introduce the player or introduce the chapter. Every chapter has one. There's some funny ones, there's some more serious ones. I
see exactly what you're saying now.
So this first edition over here, they sold a lot of copies, and that's when Mondadori, which is the biggest publisher in Italy, one of the biggest in Europe, they published a second edition, and they're targeting this more towards to younger people, and I still think this is for people that are maybe in their late 20s, early 30s, fathers, things like that, young parents, because they can remember at least some of these guys, right? And then they can also better relate to the jokes and the misunderstandings, things that a kid would say. You appreciate it more as an adult than as a young guy, right?
That cover is really cool too. That cover of this book.
Yeah. So this first edition over here, it doesn't have any illustrations in it. This second one does.
Okay.
And I just wanted it to be something small, something small, just to give people an idea, for them to use their imagination while reading the book.
Yeah, no, I like that. Where can people get this book? Where is it available?
So this book over here, the second edition, is available on Amazon Italy, and you can get it from there. We're actually going to be bringing some copies in for Christmas time. We're working on 2 more books right now. Maybe we can talk about that in a second. But this book over here is available on Amazon United States and Amazon Canada, as well as on our website.
Awesome. Bro, that's awesome, man. I love it. So anybody that's interested, we'll actually put in the description where they could buy the book. Just if anybody wants it, we'll put the links. You have like a link tree with all the links in one place.
Exactly, link tree with everything. Email.
Yeah, so we'll do that in this description. If anybody's interested, man, it would be awesome to talk to Edoardo a little bit.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. Let's see if we can get him, maybe.
Io sono amico del club, di Milan Club di Montreal. Allora, se vengo là, se salgo in Canada, ti vengo a trovare.
Certamente, ti aspetto qua.
Buy you a coffee, Angelo.
Oh boy, that's nice. All right.
Go.
Hi everyone. This is Edoardo Maturo. He's the author of this book that Giovanotto translated. Edoardo Maturo, he's a grande Milanista from Milano. He's grew up in Milano. Your parents are from Bari, right? From Puglia.
Yes. But
Okay.
I'm from Milan.
Yes. Edoardo, Sabino, Edoardo.
Yeah, Edoardo, thank you for your time. Complimenti for the book. It's beautiful. Even though I'm an Inter fan, I can appreciate your work because I love the idea and I love what you guys are doing with it. And I give you all the credit to giving trust to making this a global book, not just a book for Italians, but a book for anyone that shares a passion for Calcio. So what inspired you to write this book is my first question, because.
But thank you, Sabino, for your words. What inspired me is that I became a father. So I need, during the evening, I need to make my son sleep. And so I didn't know Cinderella stories or like that. So what I knew very well was Milan and its history. So I transformed my idol of AC Milan in superheroes. And so I started talking these superheroes to my son, and it worked because every night he felt asleep, so he didn't hurt me. So I needed to, how can I say, I need to share with other people because my father always left. And so I decided to write Papà, Van Basten and Other Superheroes. That is my history as a father.
I love it. In the Maturo house, there's no Disney Plus, solo Milan.
No. Esatto, you're right.
Tell us a little bit about the crowdfunding, because I heard it was a joint effort to help raise funds for the book, and that's already says a lot about how people feel about this story, for people to support and believe in your vision.
You must know that in Italy it's not simple to publish a book. There are more people that prefer to write than to read. So there isn't a public, and so
the Italiano piace.
You're right. So publish houses didn't listen to me. And I started to search on internet, and I found that there are other ways to publish your book. But I wanted to have a book in real life, not just an e-book. So yes, that was the first version of Papà Van Basten.
And that's this.
and Other Superheroes. So I found this crowdfunding way to publish my book. I decided to try. I had 6 months to collect maybe 2,000 euros. The goal was 2,000 euros. And finally, I reached 6,000 euros at the end of the campaign. Sì, euro, esatto, at the end of campaign.
It's amazing.
So, yes, I started to promote my book through social media, in particular Facebook, and that helped me to grow a community that now it counts 500,000 community on the different.
Congratulations, man. That's amazing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
What are some opportunities that writing this book like gave to you? What were some opportunities that came after writing a book? Because this was your first book, right? Like you weren't an author that wrote a bunch of books. This was just, like you said, something your son was born and you wanted to maintain traditions of being an AC Milan fan. So what were some opportunities that happened afterwards from becoming an author?
I needed to write another book to speak of all opportunities born through this book. First of all, I had the opportunity to meet my idol. I met Gattuso, I met Maldini, I met the superheroes that I talk about my son, and I meet them with my son Leonardo. So this is a dream because
especially for him to have those memories as a kid.
Yes, because it's not so simple to meet your idol, football players. So it was.
And they're super active too. Gattuso's, coach. Maldini's the director. These guys are busy guys. They're not guys that hang out.
Yes, but also Filippo Galli and Pietro Paolo Virdis, Albertini. I met many football players, many AC Milan football players. So this is the first opportunity I had. The second one is that now I am writing now my fourth book, published with one of the major publish house in Italy, that is Mondadori. So and then I had the opportunity to meet many fans of AC Milan worldwide. Sandor is one of them, because people, I don't say, come si dice, Sandor, si sono immedesimate in my history. They live my history.
They live the story.
Yes, the story. Because
what were your thoughts when Giovanotto reached out to you? Speaking of Sandor, when you see a message from a kid in Toronto that wants to translate your book, what was your initial reaction to that?
I bothered you a lot, Edoardo.
What?
I bothered you a lot.
I can't believe because one of my dreams was to traduce Papà, Basten and Other Superheroes in English and in other languages, but it's very difficult. It's very difficult to publish a book, and so to traduce in other countries is more difficult.
Even more difficult.
This is very beautiful as a history. The history of Sandor is very beautiful because it's something that grows from the from the root, because he's a fan too. We are now, we are friends. So we are not just colleague, but we are friends. And so this is the most beautiful thing.
Yeah, he even promised me a panzerotto from come si chiama? Lelle, no? Panino, forno di Lelle, no?
I can remember now.
Da Luini.
Yeah. Don't make promises you can't keep. So was your family all Milan fans? Like your dad, your family, everybody's a Milan fan?
I was born in Interisti family. Yes, my
switched?
my father was a fan of FC Internazionale. As you.
Your dad should have made a book about Inter. Maybe you would have became an Inter fan.
Edoardo's the Pecora Rossonera.
The Pecora Rossonera. That was the chapter
black
of my life in which my father was obliged to keep me to San Siro, and but I think he was very democratic. I don't think if my son was becoming Interista, I don't know how.
Via da casa, no?
he would have got kicked out. But wait,
Yeah,
so how did you become a Milan fan then? If your dad, you see him every Sunday, he's watching Internazionale. How do you turn around and become a Milan fan? How does it? Was there a specific player that made you a Milanista, or did you just your friends in school? You know, like.
I can't remember. But I found a picture of me at the age of 3 or 4, in which I wear Milan skirt, you know. So I think that my friends probably make me become a AC Milan fan. So my father always tell me that when I will become a father, he will convince my son to become an Inter fan. So I was very in a hurry to write Papà, Basten and Other Superheroes.
You've been writing it through the years as you've seen the players, as you've seen Kaká, Ronaldinho, all these guys, Beckham for the year, Alano to Beckham, you know, like all that stuff.
Wow, you make me cry.
That's beautiful, man. But listen, let's talk business before, you know, we spoke about a lot of things. Is Milan going to win anything this year, though?
No, can you repeat? Sorry.
Is the real question I have?
Yeah.
Is Milano winning anything this year? Is this the year your guys are going to win a Scudetto, or, you know, advance in champions? Because you guys played good against Liverpool, then you gave it up. I mean, I can't talk because we lost to Real Madrid too, but you know, we won the Scudetto last year. So I just want to know if you see yourself winning a trophy. If not this year, then when do you see Milan winning a trophy?
I think Inter is the best team actually in Italy. AC Milan is a very young team, so we need to make experience. And this year in Champions League, we have to do our best. But I don't think we can arrive till the end of the competition because Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, Porto.
Yeah, tough.
It's not simple. My objective for this year is to return in Champions League next year. This is the real goal for this season.
So where do you see Milan finishing on the table? Do you see 2? Because you said you think Inter's the best. So now you see Milan number 2, or do you see anybody else in front of them that you're worried about?
I hope Milan almost in the first 4 teams. I don't know.
Vincono lo scudetto o no?
Non ho capito, Sandro.
Vincerà lo scudetto quest'anno?
No.
Italia?
We
Besides Inter, because you said you thought Inter's the best team, are you worried about Roma, Napoli, Atalanta? Do you think Milan is better than those teams right now? Or Juve?
I think that Juve will fight to the end with Inter. So Inter and Juve, then Milan and Atalanta or Napoli. I think that AC Milan with Pioli, with the continuity, you can see with
Continuity,
yes, is doing a great work, so we can arrive into the first 4 teams, but there are other teams better than AC Milan for the players.
Yeah.
What he really wants to say, Sabino, is that the next Italian team to win the Champions League will still be Milan.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I wish, even though, like I said, I'm an Inter fan, to me, it was hard to see Donnarumma go. Like that, because, you know, me and Sandor were just saying, like, we love to see Italian football do well. So when you see guys like Ronaldo, Lukaku, and Donnarumma leave, it's crippling, you know, like these were the 3 best players in the whole Campionato, and now they left and went to England, France. It's crippling. So, like I said, I'm not a Milan fan, but it really hurt to see Donnarumma leave, you know? And I think AC Milan does have a really nice core. Tonali, Brahim Diaz, you got Theo Hernandez, like they got a good team. But Donnarumma was that guy, you know, playing for you guys since he was 16 years old. And I would love to see him come back too eventually, you know?
It's very difficult to me to express how I feel about Donnarumma in English, because it's very, very, very complex.
You want to say it in Italian real quick?
No, but Donnarumma was the first idol, the first superhero of Leonardo, of my son. So Donnarumma for Leonardo is what Marco van Basten has been for me.
For you.
And especially when you are a kid, when you are a child, you need to believe in this idol. So when Donnarumma decided to go to PSG, it was a very bad day for him and so for me, because
it's got to hurt, especially more because after what he did in the Euros, like he was Italy's best player, and if it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't have won. And then to see this guy that's been playing for you for all these years since he's a boy go to a team like PSG, where who knows if he's going to start, you know, it's like, what are you doing? Even to Milan, it's like to both sides, like, what are we doing, guys? You know, like this kid's got to stay here, you know? So I can
now he is only 21. One day he will finish to play football and life will continue. Donnarumma will be a rich person, but what made Maldini, Baresi, Totti, legacy, because Milano loves Maldini. Maldini now is 50. many players, the majority of the football players, the people will forget them, but Maldini and Baresi will never forget. And Donnarumma decided to become a rich person.
Yeah. It's like Totti, Del Piero, these guys that play for one team, they don't change their shirt. They wear the same shirt their whole life. And that's really what a legacy is. And in today's football, I think it's going to be even harder for people like that with social media. And
there is no space for romanticism in football.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
This is why I think Papà, Van Basten and Other Superheroes, the success of Papà, Van Basten and Other Superheroes, because especially people of our generation know another soccer. There was more romanticism because of Maldini, Baresi, Totti, etc. So I think that is one of the boosts of Papà, Van Basten.
That's why other fans of other teams can enjoy it too, and also because you know, becoming a father, so many people are becoming fathers, right? So even if you don't like soccer, for example, you still there are a lot of good life lessons taught in the book, and you can appreciate it, like I was saying before.
But listen, before we go, could we at least get an idea if you would make another team's book, or what? You know, like, let's say we need a book like this. Inter fans, Juve fans, Roma fans. You think we could get our own version?
But we are working for it, Sandor. Am I right?
Yes, exactly.
So we're getting an exclusive. So you guys are working on it.
Yes. Edoardo's book, when it was published by Mondadori, gave birth to two other books. Mondadori commissioned them. There's Papà, Zanetti, and Other Superheroes, and then Papà Del Piero and Other Superheroes. And I read
nice.
Milan Fan. They're great books. I wish Vialli played for Milan or Zanetti played for Milan. And then again, the same thing, stories, a father and a child. It's funny, right? So
that's amazing, man. I'm so excited for you guys. It's really an honor to talk to you guys and what you guys are doing, man. It's these stories like this are gonna live way past us. You know what I mean?
Go Giovanotto, go, because that's what it's all about. You have to work hard, believe in what you want to do, and make it happen. This didn't happen by I guess snapping my fingers. It was a lot of work. Like I said, I bothered Edoardo a lot, brushed up on my Italian, and so many things happened. I learned so many new skills, met so many new people. Like you, Sabino, it's great to meet you and to be here as well, and to have Edoardo join us. It was really nice.
Yeah, thank you for coming, Edoardo. I know you're super busy.
No. I am very honored to being here, and I need to ask you to sorry me for my English, because
your English was very good. Your English was very good. I thought
Eduardo, you could have cut me out. You could have translated the book.
No,
yeah. You could have saved some money.
Yeah, now I'm the middleman.
You could have saved some money. All right, guys, thank you so much for your time. Everybody, go to the link in the description. This book is available everywhere. Amazon, website, anywhere books are sold. Guys, it's in English, it's in Italian, it's a classic. Every home needs it.
Yeah, perfect amount of Italian words are left in there too. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.